What it do? What it do? So today's video is all about make her I'm being nice, baby. She better be coming back stuttering on her knees, talking about police. So all jokes aside, fellas, y'all, yes, I am telling y'all, you have to let her beg because I'm telling you, this little I just miss you is a lot of doing nothing to get you back. And then on top of that, it's cap, as in a lot of times females don't even really want you. And then on top of that, it's easy to get you. So hey, fellas, it's all on y'all. But today I'm going to make sure to get the message through to let y'all know to make her work for you. Work to get you back to sound a little bit better. So give this video a big thumbs up if you have not already. And fellas, I want to talk about how the next strategies to get her back into your life, to make her beg, to be exact, buy a consultation. You guys can go ahead and book it after this video by clicking that link. And fellas, the prices. I was gonna say great deal first, but the prices are great deals right now. All right, so check out the website and there is other things on there. All right, so the first things first, I really want to jump to the how y'all still do no contact bad and don't know how to ignore and don't know how to ghost and don't know how to disappear. But I'm not gonna do that to y'all yet. I'll save that for a little bit later on. I don't want to give you guys too much, but first things first, go live your life. Women live so freely. Not only when you guys are trying to get her and trying to, let's say this, let me give you guys a little situationship, or let me give you a little example so you guys can feel me. So for women, what's happening a lot of times when it comes down to begging, they'll come back around and it's already easy to get you. But what's so sad, the worst truth of it is that in the meantime, oh man, y'all, she didn't even really want you. So there's a reason why she's at the point of begging to get you back. But, and fellas, I told you, we'll talk about exactly this later on. But yet y'all still take her back so quickly. That being besides my point right now, my point is that she does not care about you. And y'all are so stuck pausing your own life because y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about yourself, but y'all care about her. So reality is look how women move daily on a day-to-day basis. Back to this little example, whatever. You'll have a woman be out in public, right? And, she'll just feel good about herself, or, how females, get dressed, look good. And sometimes it's like the dress fits in the right places. It's very much showing a lot and very much tight as heckers. So that's the case, she's going on with her day. Do you think the guy that ended up getting her number and spent some money on her, whatever it is, maybe it's a water bottle, maybe she just wanted some water and some food, whatever it is, he offered to pay. Do you think that guy, when she leaves after looking cute, knowing all the validation that's gonna come, knowing how it goes with the hollering and how many guys she's really, or who she's gonna give her number to, knowing all that, do you think she's playing it let me think about you? No, she's playing it safe. I wanted to jump to saying safe first, but she's playing it safe where she's going to take that guy's number. She's going to let him do what she wants him to do. And then she's going to let you too and move on with her life. So stop putting your life on a pause because you think she loves you or you think she wants you back, and that you have to start moving on her pace. Or you think you're really outsmarting her by keeping her around, but yet she's long-term maybe, and it's not showing right now, she's gonna end up outsmarting you. So the backfire is that sometimes y'all think that I'm going to put more effort, or you know what, I should wait this out. But why do that when most times you're going to have her now want you to do this later on? So let me say this, back to you living freely and having fun. This means that you got to go out, meet other females. It gives you the opportunity to know your worth, what you should get from women, but it also can make this other female jealous. Like obviously when you're posted up, obviously when you do maybe catch feelings for that woman and move on. But the thing about this is that once again, you're living your life. Once again, you're carrying on and not worrying about this female and putting your life on a pause. And listen, I said make her beg. So what's going to happen? Your life is livid. Your life is living. You're living your life up. Let me say it like that. You're going out, and it's not necessarily going out. You could be celebrating, right? It could be that. It's not just to turn up, but it could be you're making bigger accomplishments. My point is, your life goes on. You're making bigger, better moves. Now she wants you to be committed. Now it's like, well, why can't you, or the stuff that I wanted before, you're not going to give to me now? Why? So sometimes it's like, yes, for the female, when I want things to be me and you, when I want it to really work out, it will be like that. And then even if it's not that case, when it gets down to the manipulation and the using, some people will use you, dry you out. Some of y'all don't even save yourself and leave earlier, but they'll dry you out, come back around, and y'all will still not let them beg. Like, the least she should be doing is begging after all that you went through with her. You feel me? Let me go back once again, though, with this. And I'll talk more about, like, examples and living your life. Like, if you're going out, how you should do it to kind of get her to desperately want you back and have to beg for your attention. I'll get into that. But let me also mention this about, what you're doing when you go ahead and live your life. You now make this woman understand that she has a risk. There is no security. There is no, I'm on a safety net. There is a safety net. So this whole plan B that and it's not even plan B. Some of y'all are C, and yes, we'll go up, right? But some of y'all are not the first one in her life. You're not the main priority. So this whole, you're the second plan. You're the other guy. That's the life that you're living with her. So how could y'all start changing that? You bring value back. Now you got to make sure when you go out, when you live your life, when she's desperate for you or she's posting stuff, you don't ever want to look at her. You don't ever get bothered or you're lurking like, oh, what are you doing? So you're basically combining, obviously, distance and living your life and moving on, but you're making sure that what she's going to start giving you, you don't end up reciprocating it, so don't, as you're doing this, living your life, feel like, well, I'm separating myself from her and I'm basically going on a different path. That's kind of the end goal. So when that is the end goal. So when she wants to be a part of your path and this own lane that you got going on, she knows, you're going to be doing a whole lot of trying to catch up. And a lot of times, the whole idea is having her keep chasing after you, because the reality is that she takes her breaks when she wants to. She'll stop caring when she wants to. So, when you want to keep going ahead and moving on with your life and living in your own lane, continuing to go at your own speed, she's now knowing that what could I do or what do I have to do? And a lot of times also, females know the answer to this. They know exactly what it takes to be a part of your life, what it took before. They weren't doing it, obviously, but they know what it takes moving forward. So really, that just goes to say that she has to beg because she disrespected you. And then it just goes to show that if she knows what it takes to be with you, then she's gonna have to keep doing that for a whole long time. So don't make it easy. That's also the bottom line. Don't make it easy if most of you guys are willing to take her back. If you're willing to take her back, don't make it easy where you're going to take her back. That's a combination of making her beg. But what I do like to say is that the longer she has to chase after you, or the more she's realizing that you're distant and living her life and moving on, it's the more the begging is going to be longer. So you'll have her maybe hit you up with a double texting. Sometimes you'll even have her make a friend reach out to you so she can stay in contact with you, so she can talk to you and stuff like that. Sometimes, like the wild females, they know where you go out. They know what city you'll be in. They know where you live. So best believe she'll be around those ends. You get me? I'll leave that at that. But I also want to get back to this like stuff that y'all could do while you go and live your life and freely. And then we'll kind of finish strong about how could you make her beg and send that message of there is no other way you're going to come back into my life. But before I really jump into that, as I was saying, we can say this about when you live your life, you're actually developing yourself. You're actually elevating. So for some of you guys that are stuck between, I still can't find my purpose. I don't know my purpose. Or you know what? Women view me and they don't see no value in me. For some of you guys that are stuck between that, it means that maybe you guys aren't going to enough places, not exposing yourself to enough, experiences as well. What you guys got to get that, yes, she's beautiful, but then consider she has to put those pictures up. Then consider she has to do this to her look and put this on. And then consider she has to go to this type of environment because these type of guys are here. Or, if she goes here at this time, this is how it's going to go down for her. So it's the exact same thing that y'all got to start giving your energy to instead of giving all this investing into her. What you got to do with this time now that you are living your life, you're going out, you're going to know my style is actually a guy that wants to be dressed not bright. I don't like to be seen. I like clothing that are very much covered, you know, and this is just examples, right? This is just as you know yourself. So now when you start going out more, and I like to use this because I'm talking about like getting back into dating or even like online dating, whatever. But let's say this, now when you're out there in the scene, right? Or let's say if you're around another woman in a coffee shop or whatever at another place, you now know that I like to dress like this, and every time I put this type of sweater on, every time I get more women looking at me. Now, it doesn't matter if it's because it's a designer or a name brand. It doesn't matter. You make it look good, or it suits you. You know, sometimes some certain suits don't look great on some guys, but it helps them. It could be the same thing like that, but then also some suits really, really are for those guys. Some certain colors are for those guys. Some certain haircuts are for those guys. As you develop yourself, as you learn what you like, what you should be doing, this process also lets you know what women want to see from you. So it's almost like this other woman that, you know, you really want, that you want her to get to the begging, get that she sees this happen. You're transforming, you're developing. So the best part is that, yes, you're this new version, or, you know, she wants pieces of this new version, but the better yet part, wow, how could you have not gotten to this before? You know, so it's almost like a lot of y'all been doubting yourself, and this realization can make y'all lives transform. The development is nice that she sees it happen out here. She's gonna chase you, but like it starts all in here that you become this new man. So the benefits are so crazy for y'all to just go out and step out and mingle, go out and shoot your shot, get turned down like 5 times, and still be excited to go shoot your shot again. So I also say this to say that you got to move as if you don't care. You got to move as you're not bothered. While she's over here now desperate, now wanting you so much, you're at a mind state of, I don't care. It's been how long now? My point now is that when you're developing, you're learning, you get closer to yourself. So it's almost like, I didn't even mean to get further away from you, baby girl, but it happened this way. So it's like all these benefits. What if you guys want to just be like, okay, I'm going to put her to the side and make her beg for real? You get me? Give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't. The next thing though now about her begging, when things actually go into actions, you're not going to have her straight up beg. It's not going to be straight to the, like we say, actions. It's not going to be straight to that with her. Most times with begging, she might, like I said, double texting a little bit or a little bit of something. But it starts off slow and the levels will change depending on her. So if she wasn't used to doing something before, now she's becoming a little bit more desperate because she has to do it now. But for another woman, her begging might be calling, blowing up your phone, asking for you back. So much. Just my point is, what is she doing to come back to get you back? Right? And what do you notice? You notice those things, and also don't accept those things. So back to like, for some females, when they try to get you back, when it gets to the begging and they're desperate, if it's going to be phone calls, if it's going to be, I want you, literally telling you, I want you back, I want to make this work, you're getting her to get that, the whole idea was you're supposed to do this or feel this way before. Because realistically, also, some of these females are not about you. They just get to a desperation because, man, their ego is hurting bad. Or they don't want to feel this way. Or they do really feel this way, but they're going to go right back to their habits because, dang, you can't save her. So just the thing that y'all got to really understand from this is that you're saving yourself. Or why can't you protect your image? Why can't you keep your respect by making her look bad? Continue to make her feel the ways that she feels. So don't make it your duty to know what to do next. How can I solve this situation? How can I make her feelings disappear? We all know it's already hard to get a female to try or give you effort. But you see, if you guys switch this whole life of yours, and I said starting from going out, mingling, and then the jealousy kicks in, you got a new fine girl by your side, you're living the life. I'm not going to keep getting into it. But you see, that all happening, you prepare yourself to have that girl that once been hating on you, didn't want to show you love before, or, you know, she thought she was better off without you. You now have her crawling right back and ready to be submitted to you, show submission. But I'm really just bringing that up to say that You know, sometimes it takes a female to beg, to really, really definitely be all in, be there for you, for y'all fellas, you know, to get that, this is something that females have in them and they just never brought it, right? But then it also takes a female to get to her desperation part to even get to that point of showing you the vulnerable side, the I'm willing to trust you all type of side. All right, so this is gonna wrap up this to say that you gotta let her come back. You gotta let her beg. You gotta make sure all doors are open, but yet that final door is the, this is what's going on, and you get to just look at it and then just analyze. So you gotta understand that when you live your life, also, what are you showing? What does she have to put in her face that she doesn't even want to accept? The next moves are what actions will she take, which is the begging and stuff like that. But how could you make her really have to go wake up every day and be like, dang, this again, I got to think about him again, or I got to feel these ways, or I have to see this again. And all those is going to be back to you're putting the guard up that you need to, the right guard to get the right things out of her. It's not the pushing her away. It's the I accepted things and I don't care and I'm living life. Now, not only for some of y'all can't even get to this point, and she knows it, but the point is that don't you just want to see what another side of life is? Don't do it because strictly it's a woman, right? You know, we all have things that are our motives and all these things, but you do this because you want to understand that I could actually be somebody else for myself. You want to understand the other sides of like being an actual respected, valuable man. So bringing her to this desperation of begging for you, it's a reality check for yourself, really, because you know you might not even do this stuff until you want to get back at her or you want her to beg for you. But I'm telling you, you get to win at the end when you make her beg. So, hey, if you got to make her, you know, be on her knees or cry a little bit more, or you got to see some sides of her, you got to do it. You got to get that. You got to get back to her. And it doesn't matter if there's moments where she's making you feel like I had enough. Make her work for you. A lot of times y'all already had to work for her. And then the case is that she's not going to give you a single thing. So how about you make sure that there's no other way around it? You know, so I'll say this lastly, don't get too far. Don't get too caught up with trying to please her and make her happy and all these things. Don't take that route. Take the route of I've tried. I've done it. You know, so don't go backwards and don't think what's next. No, it's like I could kick back now and then develop new things. And then lastly, y'all get that you can run into the same type of chick and even better. Y'all get that maybe that dream girl that you're so in love with and that you want so much of will actually be even better in this type of form and this type of respectful way. Do you know that you could get that woman that you want if you do just trust yourself and do just go out there and do know that you should wear this and it makes you look better and stop showing off in this area and let your hair just grow out? And all that is just mentioning things that I mentioned throughout my video that makes you have her even beg you more. But then again, you develop, you change, you transform. So I can't see how you guys can go wrong with making her beg and living your life and moving on and just, you know, showing yourself this whole new side of life that you can have. There's nothing wrong with it. Try it. If it's difficult, keep trying and don't be in your feelings or caught up feeling like, yeah, I can't do this no more. It's not for me. Just know that long term, you will have a new person that is better for you if that's supposed to be the case. But she's not the one to drag around and have this opposite life that you're never gonna get, that you're gonna, you know, end up regretting. Okay, so I'm just saying, don't settle. In other words, do not settle. Okay, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and check out all the links. Bye, y'all.